Greenside trap, let's get her up and down. A couple of shot choices here. I'm going to talk you through it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're still in the sunshine at the glorious Villa Sol. I've played a par 3. I've come up short and right, hit a shocker with a shot. Only a 9-iron, but I've dumped it in the front right hand trap and got a back left hand flag. Back left hand flag, I was trying to cut one in because the wind was coming out the right hand side and I was trying to hold her up, but I've just overdone it. Very fortunate that the ball has not plugged, but I am left with a slightly tricky bunker shot. The reason why this bunker shot is tricky is because the flag is hanging on the edge. Now there are two ways to play this shot, my friends. There is the high spinner and there is the low runner. And they are two different styles of technique, but we can do it with the same golf club. So you can see that I'm really not massively open. Got myself pretty square here to the bunker shot. And I've got some pressure in my toe, balls further forwards, as you could see, left heel forwards. Now all of a sudden the pressure in my left heel, or my left toe should I say, is really keeping low point locked in. From there, I'm now creating the arc. Now if I pull hard with the handle, it'll narrow up the arc and it'll create too much downstrike. I'm looking to actually accelerate the head of the golf club. And as I accelerate the head of the golf club, when it arrives, all of a sudden, I've got very little angle of attack. So let's give it a go. So expanding the arc, keeping the pressure forwards. And she pops out really quite nicely. So that's the high lob shot. Let's talk a little bit now about the low runner up to the flag. The high lobber, the high spinner, you could see pitched and stopped relatively quickly. The more speed you create, the less sand you take, the more spin, the more control you are going to gain. Now the low runner, I'm going to use exactly the same golf club, but I'm going to work the golf club very differently in my swing. So I'm going to set up exactly the same. Ball is further forwards onto my left heel than a lot of people might like to see. Pressure is into the toe, my feet are pretty neutral. But what I'm going to do now is I'm really going to start to turn that face angle down. So the face angle is now looking down at the golf ball rather than the face angle looking up at the sky. When I start to then make contact with the sand, I'm now going to start to collect more sand, and it's now going to behave a bit more like a shovel rather than something that is going to start to bounce through it. That shovel is going to create more pressure on the ball. The ball will feel more energy going forwards, and because of that the ball is now going to come out with less spin and more roll, and because of that it allows me to then pitch the ball a lot closer to being in between me and the flag rather than pitching it up by the flag. So everything remains the same. I'm still going to have the club face slightly open at address because I don't think looking at a square face is particularly nice. So we keep all things being equal, and then as I work back, I'm then just going to start working that face down into the sand, face pointing down to the sand, and then through strike here, I'm then going to start to feel how the loft of the golf club retains itself. So I've shut the loft down, and I'm going to keep the reduced loft through strike. So the loft is looking down, ball is forwards, left heel. Loft is looking down, and through strike, there's that loft being held. Open face, loft looks down, holds through strike. So the golf ball comes out with way more energy. Forwards, pitched between me and the flag, and then it rolled up towards the flag. It really is a much less energized shot compared to that one where you're really making big swings and hoping that contact is really good. There are a couple of shots there that you can use around the green, and really if you then start to go down to your 56 and play the same methodology for even longer shot, this bunker shot was around 25 yards. If you had a 35, 45, 55 yard shot, you could start to play the same style of play with your 56. Open her up, speed, widening the arc, low angle of attack, pops up, loads of spin. 56, shut down, bit more sand, pushing it out there with a bit more energy. Really is open season with short game. There really isn't anything that is nailed in stone, but understand as kids, as golfers, yeah, we're in this bunker for hours on end, and we just feel our way in, and we start to articulate as coaches what we're trying to sense and what we're trying to apply with the club head and the golf ball. But I hope you've been able to find a couple of keys in there that might make your short, high spinny ones and long running bunker shots. Hope you found a couple of things in there that will improve both of those shots. I think you'll find that's good coaching. I'm enjoying the sunshine here in Portugal at the Villa Sol Resort. Do like, share and subscribe while you're here, and I look forward to seeing you next time.